Boy George. You guys remember Boy George? Boy George was like famous back in the 80s. He had this song, I think it went, I'm a comedian. I tell bad jokes. I tell bad jokes. I think that was it. I don't really remember. But anyway, he went full on transphobe for some reason. I don't really know fucking why, man. I think, like, my opinion is he probably saw, like, ContraPoints getting canceled. And then after ContraPoints got canceled, she gained 2,000 or 2,600, something like that, new patrons. You know, at least somewhere, but probably, this is a guesstimate, probably somewhere between 12 to 20 extra $1,000 a month. No, potentially a couple extra $100,000 a year after being canceled. So I think a lot of these people are seeing how lucrative it is to be canceled nowadays, because that is like it's like the new sex tape being canceled. I think that's what Ricky Gervais is trying to do, and all these like comedians are trying to jump on this bandwagon because it's very, very financially rewarding. So I think that might be part of why he's doing this. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not in his head. Maybe he's just a fucking boomer who has outdated views on things. But anyway, he started out by saying, "Leave your pronouns at the door," and not good. Gonna enrage the Twitter mob, which seems like exactly what he's trying to do. And the people were like, do you know what the fuck pronouns are? And he responded, "A modern form of attention seeking." Fucking Boy George gonna goddamn criticize people for attention seeking. And I said, yeah, you know, Boy George is popular when I was a kid. This is exactly the same thing they said about him. Like, look at that degenerate. He's only pretending to be a girl for attention. He's only dressing like that for attention. It's exactly what they said about him. What the fuck, Boy George? Just disappointing. And then people were like questioning him. What does it take to show others respect by using their preferred pronouns? I would not use your name, so why would I not use your preferred pronouns? People are too quick to criticize others' lifestyles and identities. If people want attention, there's usually a reason. Ask them. And he's like, thanks for that, but I have eyes and can mostly describe what I see. In other words, if you don't pass enough, he'll just call you whatever you look like. You don't have to respect whatever pronouns you want. Fucking Boy George saying this. Like, dude literally called himself Boy George because he looked like a girl, but he wanted people to know that he was a boy. He wanted them to know what his pronouns were. It's exactly why the fuck he did that, right? What the hell, Boy George? Crazy. And then he started like retweeting full out transphobic contents. People agreeing with him, saying it's not transphobia. Actually, it demonstrates a lack of fear and a desire to assist the delusional person with powerful information and empowerment via exposure to reality. Yeah, this is their excuse for, not calling you by your preferred pronoun. I don't have to call you that because you're delusional. I'm helping you by being a fucking dick to you for no reason. And then he retweeted it and he responded, "The hunter gets captured by the game. Irony." I don't even know what the fuck that means. Like, Boy George is on some next level drugs or some shit. Because, like, I can't decipher that. But I didn't know he retweeted it. And it didn't go well for him. And then he said, well, this person said, "As much as I love you, that does sound quite ridiculous." And he says, "You must refer to me as Napoleon. And that's as ridiculous as it gets." Like, literally, he's 10 seconds away from making an attack helicopter joke. You don't call me Napoleon. I can identify as Napoleon. You gotta call me that. It's the same thing. No, it's not the same thing. Not the same thing. Boy George, gay icon. What the absolute hell? And then he starts retweeting Graham Lyman, who is one of the most famous transphobes on the internet. The guy, I think it was the co-writer of the show, The IT Crowd, and like is famously known for being a transphobe, right? And he says beard and then cheese. Like, I don't even know what the fuck this interaction is between the two, but I do know Boy George is retweeting him for some reason, I guess because, he's on his side in this issue. He's jumping. Obviously, a transphobe is going to jump in and kind of try to be buddy-buddy with another person that seems to be transphobic. Form their own little cliques. That's what they always fucking do. And unsurprisingly, after Boy George came out and told his audience you don't have to actually respect the pronouns of trans and non-binary people, he suddenly became the new darling of the far right. That's right. This has already showed you this. That's his transphobic comment. And then Breitbart! Immediately, Singer Boy George to woke Twitter mob. Leave your pronouns at the door, woke Twitter mob. And they're like, yeah, you go, Boy George. You tell the most marginalized class in society, the most demonized class, the one that needs probably the most support. You tell them, boy! You tell them that they should shut the fuck up with their pronouns. And oops, closed that a little too quickly there. And Clash Daily, which is another conservative outlet. Gay icon Boy George angers woke scodes by making fun of the pronoun police. Like, I get so tired of hearing these left-wing shitlords use terms like woke scodes. Why are you guys using the rights language? You're just helping them by doing that. I mean, I know this dirtbag left is trying to be edgy to get the kids. Oh, we're so edgy. Look how edgy we are. But it's just cringe to me. Fuck all that shit. And, of course, Paul Joseph Watson jumping on it. Boy George calls gender pronouns a modern form of attention seeking. He's not wrong. And of course, all of Paul Joseph Watson's audience jumping on it. Yeah, you go, Boy George. All these chuds suddenly love Boy George. The same exact people who have been shitting on him his entire life suddenly love him because he's coming out against trans people. Exactly what you would have fucking expect from these goddamn disgusting human individuals.